Hey guys, this is Kathy
And Brian.
with Main Street Moments, and we have breaking news coming out of Disney involving the new Fastpass slash Genie Plus system. I guess Disney likes Plus. They have Disney Plus now,
Yeah.
Genie Plus, Genie from Aladdin, obviously, which is cute.
Or another way to say it is Disney has found another way to suck more money out of us after you pay thousands of dollars for
That's
your
right.
vacation.
So we've read 3 articles on this, and a lot of people are confused. I think I understand it, but, I'm like 90% here. So we have an article from The Laughing Place, one from Diz, and one from allears.net. So let's deal with the one from The Laughing Place right now. It says here, this just came out today. Disney replacing Fastpass with 2 paid services coming to Disney World and Disneyland this fall, okay? This just got announced. So with the announcement of Disney Genie coming to Disneyland and Disney World Resort this fall, details were also shared on 2 additional optional services coming along with it. Disney Genie Plus and individual Lightning Lane entries. The new services will be replacing the former Fastpass, Fastpass Plus, and Disney Max Pass options. Are you confused yet? A lot of names in there. Okay, here's
Lightning Pass is
well, let's get to it.
from
Hold
cars.
on. We'll get right, of course. This afternoon, Disney announced Disney Genie, a new service coming to both parks in America to help guests plan their day using park data to forecast better wait times for what they want to do while enjoying the resort. So, as if you didn't have to make enough reservations with Disney, now you got to make even more reservations. Along with the announcement came 2 add-on services guests can purchase if they choose, including Disney Genie Plus and individual Lightning Lane entries. We should note Lightning Lane is the new name for the Disney's FastPass line. Guests enter alongside the standby. So there's no longer a FastPass lane. It's the Lightning Lane, which is cute, from Lightning McQueen.
And it costs money now.
Of course. These services will also be found on the My Disney Experience app and Disneyland Resort app soon. Disney Genie Plus will give guests access to make Lightning Lane reservations for selected attractions one at a time during the day. So this is similar to what Max Pass was at Disneyland.
This sounds like what they have at Rise of the Resistance.
Well, let's see.
Or you can make a reservation for Rise.
Let's just see. Let's get through and then we'll talk about it. This service will also include special extras like behind-the-scenes audio tracks on the theme parks and more. The Disney Genie Plus service will cost $15 per person per day at Walt Disney World and $20 per person per day at Disneyland, which was the price of the Max Pass. For the more popular, so that's going to cover certain rides. You pay this is from what I understand.
Oh my goodness.
You pay $15 per person per day, and that covers certain rides to get Fast Pass access. But I think you still got to make reservations.
Yeah.
For the more popular attractions like the Mine Train, guests will be able to purchase individual Lightning Lane entries with pricing that will vary by date, attraction, and park, which will be announced closer to launch. Attractions on the individual Lightning Lane entry services will not be on the Disney Genie Plus service. So make sure you check and see which are your favorite attractions are available. Okay, so the Disney Genie Plus is a flat fee that covers certain attractions that will give you fast Lightning Lane access. This is how I understand it. Certain attractions. And that might even vary by day. I don't know. But the Lightning one is one where you pay per individual ride, and they haven't told you the price yet. It's going to be at least $10 per person, I'm sure. And that would be like for Mine Train, Space Mountain, maybe Thunder Mountain, rides that are super popular. Pricing for individual Lightning Lane entries has yet to be announced, but will vary depending on the park, the attraction, the date, and other such factors, of course, while free Fast Passes are no longer offered. No longer. All attractions will continue to offer either virtual or traditional standby queues. I gotta tell you, Disney is making things so complicated. Okay, about Disney Plus, Genie Plus. Phew. This is exhausting. Disney Genie Plus is a service that can be added for an additional fee that has similar offerings to what Disneyland had with the Max Pass. Disney Genie Plus allows guests to book a Lightning Lane reservation for one attraction at a time, allowing them to use the Lightning Lane to have little or no wait. Once you're done experiencing that attraction, you make your next reservation. Okay? So that would be one at a time for select attractions. So say you're at Magic Kingdom and you want to go to Small World. Maybe that's on the list. And then once you're off that ride, you can make a next reservation, but how many reservations do they allow? I mean, you know what I mean? What if it's really busy?
Yeah, this is a disaster because there might not be any available.
Let's see. So now you're paying. Okay, first Disney took reservations for certain rides. Now you're paying for the right to make a reservation.
And there might not be any reservations,
Oh
even
my
though
gosh.
you paid for the right to make them. All the reservations may be taken.
Okay. This is just, man, I miss the old days at Disney. There are also special perks that are free with it, I guess. Behind the scenes audio tracks to learn more about the attractions and the parks as you visit. Well, they should have that anyway. Disney Genie Plus will be available to pre-purchase with a theme park ticket or on the day you're visiting. So when you buy your tickets, now I'm curious how this works with APs. When you buy your ticket, you can add it on or you can get it the day you go to the park. Now, are they going to limit the number of these they sell? You'll be able to check Disney Genie Plus prior to purchase to see which attractions are included. So it's going to vary by day, which I figured. There are no discounts that will be available at the launch. More than 15 attractions will be available for $20 per day. This is at Disneyland. The first reservation can be made at park opening, and then you make one subsequently after each. This is like what we do with the Disability Pass. Disney Photo Pass complimentary for the day. Okay, that's cool, even though we get that automatically. Okay, at Disney World, more than 40 attractions available. Okay, that's good. I guess that's around the entire resort. For $15 per person per day. But, so okay, so say you, of course, now you have to make reservations to go to the parks. You can't just park hop until after 2. So I guess you pay $15 per person per day. Does that include different parks? Like if you park hop, okay. The first reservation using Disney Genie Plus can be made at 7 a.m. Oh my goodness. Disney Photo Pass AR lenses are available. Okay, phew. Getting out of breath. About individual Lightning Lane entries. Individual Lightning Lane entries is the new service that will give guests the ability to make up to 2 reservations for highly demanded attractions per day. These are the ones you're going to have to pay for separately. The attractions available on this service will differ from those available through Disney Genie Plus. Attractions offered would be like the Mine Train, Radiator Springs, stuff like that. A list of attractions for the service will be shared at a later date, letting you plan if it's better to go for Disney Genie or get individual Lightning Lane entries for popular attractions. Individual Lightning Lane entries can be used across multiple parks for those who want to park hop, of course. There are no discounts that will be available. Pricing individual Lightning Lane entries will vary by date, attraction, and park. Okay, reservations begin at 7. Okay, so this is how I understand this.
So the reservations begin at 7 a.m., and by 7:05, all the good ones are going to be taken.
That's what I worry about.
This is a disaster.
What if you... Okay, so for the Disney Genie Plus, you pay... We're just going to talk Walt Disney World, okay? You're going to pay $15 per person for the day. That's going to cover certain rides, and that will give you Lightning Lane access to certain rides, okay? And it can vary by day, apparently. If you want to get the Lightning Lane and pay for individual rides, that'll be available for certain rides that are super popular, like Mine Train or Space Mountain and stuff like that. So you could say, I'm not going to get the Disney Genie Plus and pay $15 instead. I want to go on the Mine Train, Space Mountain, Splash Mountain.
Yeah, but you know what?
So I'll pay per ride.
But not everyone in your group may want to ride those rides. They might want to ride some other rides that you don't. This is a disaster. Here's what they should have done, okay? I don't mind paying for the Fastpass. Okay?
I do. I think that's ridiculous.
I would prefer to have it for free.
I think it's ridiculous.
I don't mind paying it. They should do what they do at Universal Studios. You pay, it's a little hefty. You pay, you get your fast pass for the day, and they can have 2 different tiers. The lower level gets you on X rides, and the upper level gets you on all the rides.
Well, that's kind of what they're doing in a way.
This ride,
but they're nickel and diming.
No one likes ride reservations. This ride reservations is nonsense. And so far as this paying per ride, which I know they're already doing in Paris, it's almost like the old days when we first started going to Disney, when you had to buy individual tickets for the rides at ticket booths. They might as well it would be much easier, instead of this reservation thing, is just have a ticket booth in front of the mine train.
Go back to the old
and
ticket.
Go back to the
yeah.
This is, and paying per ride, the whole idea of Disney, they changed it. In the old days, first time I went to Disney when I was a kid, you had to buy individual tickets. That's where
tickets.
The term e-ticket and things came from those old days. And it cost more money and you needed more, like
well, that's
carnival.
kind of what they're kind of going back to, I feel. But but you have to remember, when you did that, you didn't pay for a separate ticket to get into the park.
You did. It was just lower. Okay? It was just lower. You paid to get into the park, but it was a much low, very low to get into the park as you were buying the tickets. So now they have these huge ticket prices, and then they're going to nickel and dime you like you're at some local carnival dealing with carnies to get individual passes to get on these rides. Well,
you don't have to.
Well, you don't have to go and ride anything, I guess.
So
it's a mess.
The issue I have, I don't like that you have to pay for a fast pass. I think that's ridiculous. I mean, the tickets are a lot. They're taking away, not only are they taking away all your perks, they're making it more complicated, more expensive, more difficult. So now, if you want to get in a fast pass, okay, before you would do it on the app, right? How did you do a fast pass? I haven't done a fast pass because I do the disability. How does a fast pass work in the old way?
It's been so long since I've gotten a fast pass, I have forgotten how you get fast passes.
Well, did you get it through the app or did you go and get it? I know.
Yeah, we would get them on the app. We were getting them on the app.
Okay, on the app. See,
it's been since before COVID.
Because I use the disability, so I don't use the fast pass. Okay, so before you'd get it on the app, and you'd have to book a time or whatever. So I'm assuming that's the way they're going to do it now. You book a time, you reserve a time to get on your fast pass, but you have to pay now. You either pay a flat fee of $15 a person for Walt Disney World, which covers certain attractions, probably like Country Bears, the stuff that isn't super packed, Hall of Presidents, and then for rides like Haunted Mansion or Mine Train, you pay those individually if you want to go through the Lightning lane. This is all, I'm sorry, this is BS. I'm sorry, I hate to use that term, but I don't like it. And I don't like that you got to get up at 7 in the morning and start making more. You got to make reservations for everything at Disney. You got to make I've been trying to get dinner reservations for us when we go in October. I can't get in anywhere. In the old days, you would just go and put your name on a thing and they'd call your name. You could still do that, but all the people that make reservations now get ahead of you. You got to make reservations for the line to get in a line now and pay. This is crazy, but I know there's a lot of confusion, so I hope we explained it to you guys properly. So Disney Genie Plus is a flat fee that's going to cover certain rides in the park. They will let you know later what they are, and it can change from day to day. Or you also have the option, I wonder if you could do both, where you pay for individual rides through the Lightning Lane, and they'll let you know what those rides are later on down the road,
and I'll tell you, there's something about this that's very devious. This is a very devious thing they're doing. One of the things they're doing is trying to keep you out from being in line and keep you walking around the park so you'll buy stuff.
Well, yeah, that's always the goal, to get you through the line.
When you're in line, when you're in queue waiting for a ride, you're not giving them more money. That's right.
Well, now you are. And what they'll do is, you can do this all through the app. So say you're in line and you're waiting, you're on Haunted Mansion, and you're waiting and you're there like an hour, and it's hot, and the kids are complaining, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm dying of heat. Then you're saying, you know what, let me just go on the app, and I'll just buy 4 Lightning Lane, $40. Who cares? I'll just it's worth it, right? And you do that, and then you do it again. You do it again. The next thing you know, you're in the hole for $300. This is crazy. I don't like it. And when we go in October, we'll let you know how it goes. I mean, I know they have a reservation system for Rise of the Resistance, and you can never get on the ride. So is that going to be the same way here? They going to just say, is it going to fill up and you can't get in?
Yes, it's going to fill up.
So what if you buy the Disney Genie Plus and you pay the flat fee, $15 per person for the day? So you have a family of 4, that's $60, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what if you don't get on every ride you want to get on? You don't get a reservation
Tough.
for every ride that you
Tough.
want it, or do they guarantee you a reservation?
I didn't see guarantee.
Now, the lightning thing would be a guarantee because you pay for it in real time in the line. And I'm assuming, okay, so say you're in line for Haunted Mansion and you decide to do the lightning round, whatever, the lightning lane. So you do it on the app, and then what do? Leave the line? That's going to be a pain in the neck and hard for you. And what do? How do you get through and get to the fast lane then? Say you're like halfway through the line and you decide to go to pay for it. Then how do you get out of that line and get to the other line? And I guess you got to. Oh my goodness, this is nuts. Okay, maybe it'll be more seamless than we think, but I think it's going to be a big mess. I don't like paying for fast passes. You know, like I said, I miss the old days of Disney. Even in the 70s, I guess you're right. You'd pay like a fee to get in. It was like $3 a person, right? In like 75. And then you would go in the park, and once you were in the park, you would buy your tickets, and each ride had a ticket, and you could buy different booklets. You could get one had more e-tickets, which was more money. You could get one booklet that just had A, B, and C tickets. You could choose, right? And you could get a different one for each person. I remember standing in line with my parents and my brother and discussing, okay, which tickets are we getting? What do we want? This and that. So that's kind of the same thing, but there was no fast pass issue. They didn't pack the parks like they do now. You just waited in line and that was it. So now you're paying to get in, and the ticket prices are higher than ever, and they're probably going to go up again next year. And now you're paying for the privilege to get in a lightning lane, and on top of paying, you have to go through the trouble of making a reservation.
That's right.
And you can't just, like, you're right, at Universal you pay one fee and you get in the fast lane for every ride no matter what, right? Mm-hmm. You pay like $75 and that gets you access to the fast lane for every ride all day, problem solved, you don't have to worry about it. This, you got to keep going back into your phone and making reservations, and then what if it's not available, or what if the reservation is at a time when you have a dinner reservation? This is crazy what they're doing. And then you want to get on certain rides that on that day aren't covered over your Disney Genie Plus, and you got to do the lightning individual. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, we'll see what it's like when we go up there. It's going to come out this fall. Tell us what you guys think. I hope we didn't make it too confusing. Basically, there's 2 options you pay for, okay? The Disney Genie Plus is a flat fee that covers certain rides and attractions. The Lightning Lane is where you pay for individual rides that are not covered on the Genie Plus, the more popular rides. And then there's the free thing, which just helps you plan your trip, and that's, crazy. But I think Disney's making you make too many reservations. I don't like it. And they're charging you to do the work on top of it. It's nuts. Thanks for watching, guys. Tell us what you think.